Hi everyone, welcome back. I am going to do a vortex painting tonight, the one like I did in greens for Halloween. But first, I wanted to let you know I got accepted into Artigras again this year. So it's an application process, it's a jured event, so you have to apply every year, so I don't ever know if I'm gonna get in. But I did find out, I don't know my booth number yet, but for those that like to come and see me, you can go ahead and start planning. It's going to be February 15th and 16th, so Valentine's Day weekend, and I will have a booth. I don't have my booth number yet. That doesn't come out until later, but I'll post it on my socials and send out an email to my email list as well. So I'm super excited, and that also means for the channel, next month, you're going to be seeing some larger paintings as I get prepped and ready. So I'm very excited about it, and I hope to see some of you there that are maybe in the area or want to travel to a really great show. It's a beautiful art festival. They put it on so well, and they have so many great artists from around the country that come. So hope to see you there, and I will have more details as we get closer to the event in February, and let's paint. Okay, so I had a bunch of blues already mixed up from the thin paint straight pour that I did and the ribbon pour and the blow and swipe. So I wanted to do a vortex in blues. So that's what I'm gonna start with. I painted my sides because last time that I did the blow and swipe, the phthalo blue and the Prussian blue Payne's gray mix, they're both transparent, and so the sides showed through a little bit. I had to do a bunch of touch-ups. So went ahead and painted my sides, so hopefully I won't have to do too much. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm gonna start. Now I don't want, when you're doing these, you don't want too much paint in the center. You kind of want it all to be in the middle. There we go. And you do also want to make sure that you get enough paint to the edges. And I think what I'm going to do today is blow my edges first and then blow the rest of the paint. Because what ended up happening the last time is I spiraled around, and then to get to the edges, I had to blow off this way and then try to create that spiral motion again. So maybe this will change that up. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit more in the center here, and then I've chosen silver as my metallic color, and that will go, put a little bit more up here of that one. That will go in the center and all around. Okay, all right. Looking good so far. I'm trying to alternate. I have this tiny little bit of blue, and I want to make sure that I get it in. This is just a color that I mixed from my table after my blue paintings. It always comes out almost like a robin egg blue. Very pretty blue. Okay, now I'm going in with my Prussian blue. And I say Prussian blue Payne's gray mix because I mix two different brands together so that I can get a cell reaction, but still use paint and water. Okay, I'm gonna save a little bit for my edges here too. And I am gonna add some white to this as well. Oh no, that corner is just gonna be, and I got it on me. This corner is just going to be turquoise. Okay, now this one has some air bubbles. I'll get the rest of the air bubbles out before. Okay, that's plenty in the center. This is plenty of paint too. I'm going to have another table color, I feel. But I want to make sure I get to my edges. Yeah, because I still have a little bit, I still have a little bit of white and then my silver to go in here. Now the white is just going to create, the white and silver are really there for the cell reaction. If I were to blow this out as is, I would not get that much of a cell reaction. And you may want that, but I like mixing in the metallic and the titanium white by Amsterdam with water, and it creates just these beautiful cells. Okay, all right, here we go. Don't need too much, so I'm trying to do a thin line and talk to you at the same time. That's always difficult for me. And then I want to make sure I get some on the edges. Okay. All right, and then my silver. The silver is a mixture of Winsor and Newton silver and then Soho silver, because that gives me the cell reaction I want. But the Soho by itself tends to kind of gobble up the other colors, eat up the other colors, and it doesn't do well with paint and water. So that's why I mix some of my brands together. I know I've talked about that before, but I have new people to the channel all the time. And for the new people to my channel, I have playlists of all the different kinds of techniques that I do. I had someone comment, you do the same thing, and I have to beg to differ on that one. I do so many, they're acrylic pouring techniques, but I do so many different ones and experiment with so many different ones. So I just said, you know what? Check out my other playlist and let me know if you want to see me do something different. I love experimenting with things, but acrylic pouring, fluid art, it makes me happy. This is what I love to do. So, all right. I do have some new ideas for the new year, and one that I've been playing around with is actually, I have so many supplies in my studio, and I find myself using the same supplies, same colors, often. And I thought it might be fun in the new year to do a little series where I go to my shelf and I have to use something that I've already purchased off my shelf, and I can't buy anything new until I've used them up. So let me know if you would be interested in that for next year, because I think it would be really fun. I think it would push my boundaries a little bit and get me out of my comfort zone. And yeah, all right, let's blow this out. Well, doing a painting always gives me ideas for new paintings. So first things first, I'm just gonna spiral this on around in the center to be that last little part. So quite a few things. First thing, I had entirely too much paint around here. And I know I say that often, but it's so difficult to talk to you and try to monitor that as I go. I like this painting. It's not exactly what I had in mind. It doesn't quite look like the one from the Halloween one that I did. And that is simply due to having too much paint there, and the colors will glide over one another instead of sticking to the canvas and then gliding over one another. So I have colors underneath here that actually did not get a chance to have that cell reaction. That cell reaction comes from the tumbling of the paints over one another. But I think this is really cool because it's really soft on the outside. I do wish it was centered just a little bit, and I wonder if I can just kind of move it along. Okay, all right, that actually worked. So I do think this is really cool, but it's not quite what I was going for. And when I was blowing it out, I really liked those first few blows I did in a circle, kind of around the center with the soft outside. So I'm thinking maybe I try that again, blow out this part here first and get kind of this design, and then blow out in the center to come around it. Let me know if you would like to see that one. I think that would be pretty cool. I may do it in different colors, but I think that would be pretty cool. All right, so I will show you what this looks like. I'm going to give it a torch. I do see some cells popping up around the outside now. I think this is a really cool design. Everything is like centered in the painting. All the design is right here, but it allows you to focus on it. It gives you a focal point, and the rest of it around it is really soft. So, all right, I'll show you what this one looks like. I'm actually very pleased with this one. It's starting to develop in different areas too. And what I mean is like cells are starting to pop through in different places. But here, I'll start from the corner and show you. I love the motion. I think that's really cool. And I'll show you the center last. Look at that center. So much interest in there. And as it dries, those silver parts are going to peek through. All right, so this gave me the idea for the next one. So I think I'm going to grab some other paints, some other colors, and try this again. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll show you how it dries. So I will say I still need to develop the concept a little bit more, and I definitely am going to do one of those kind of circular blowouts that happened like right at the beginning of the video when I started to blow it out. But lots of details started to pop up as I gave it time, as it dried. I love the motion on the outside. Almost looks like a whirlpool and then goes straight into the center. And the silver shines really beautiful. And it has so much motion. Very, very interesting. This surprised me for sure. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Happy painting. Bye.